You might not be aware that you are constantly giving out something that is very valuable for free, your attention. Why is attention the most expensive asset that we own? In this attention economy, social media giants like Meta, YouTube, and all the marketplaces are all seeking our attention to package it and sell it to advertisers. And brands and businesses are the ones who are paying these platforms to reach us through their ads. With so many competing voices and distractions vying for our attention, those who can really capture and hold our focus are the ones who are at a distinct advantage. They can shape our perceptions of reality. They can sway our opinions, they can change our minds, they can influence how we think about certain things, influence our purchase behavior. And this is why celebrities and influencers are so powerful, because they have the ability to capture the attention of millions of people and promote their agendas. Attention is even more valuable than money, because unlike money, it cannot be stored for later use. It's something like time, where either you use it or you lose it. So where you focus your attention on really matters, because you can never get it back. Let me conceptualize this further for you. Pretend you wake up tomorrow morning and someone took what you have always been paying attention for and switch it to money. To spend time on Facebook, you will have to key in your credit card number. To check out what your friends are doing on Instagram, you will need to pull out that credit card again. So with this, how much time will you spend on TikTok then? When you equate attention with money, you start to realize the opportunity cost is huge. The equation is simple, because time is money. And if your attention gets stolen away, your time gets stolen away. What you focus on grows, which is where you direct your attention to. The more time and attention you can dedicate to what really matters to you will be the key determining factor of who you are 6 months from today. The main attention thief that is in all of our lives, including me, is cheap dopamine. And this is really one of the killing factors that has been stealing all of our attention away into non-productive activities that are not going to serve our future goal. What is cheap dopamine? Cheap dopamine is all the addictions that you have that does not align with the future self that you are trying to be. For example, binge stack, consistently being on social media, Meta, Instagram, TikTok, TV subscriptions, video games, junk food, gaming, porn sites. Our brain is actually programmed to consume instant gratification because we feel good, and it is something that is habitual. So we need to be intentional and redirect our focus to things that serves our future self. Let's dive a little deeper. What exactly is dopamine? Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that is released after we perform a certain activity, which gives us a sense of pleasure, motivation, and satisfaction. But the thing is, it only lasts for a short period of time. What can dopamine really cause us? Number one is the reinforcement of rewarding behavior. For example, if we are on cheap dopamine right now, our brain will naturally build association of these activities with rewards. The brain does not know exactly how to differentiate between good and bad. To the brain, it is neutral until we have the intention, have the awareness to tell them to. Number two is tolerance and sensitization. When you keep exposing yourselves to these activities that are rewarding, your sense of tolerance gets higher and higher, meaning that in the future, you will need more of these activities in order to get the same level of satisfaction that you have gotten before. Both of these are the main effects of dopamine, which causes us to form addictions. But I would like to take dopamine from a different perspective. Dopamine is not exactly bad. We need dopamine in order to survive. And studies have found that dopamine are usually at its peak level when we are in anticipation of the reward rather than having the reward itself, which then means we can use it as a motivational behavior for ourselves. Experiments have been taken on mice where if they are unable to release dopamine, there is no motivation to seek for food and they will starve to death. Let's be resourceful here and explore how we can use dopamines effectively and take control of our attention. Let's address binge stack. I believe social media is a very big part of our lives right now. We use it to search for information, we use it to consume information, we use it to build our businesses, we use it to connect with people. Social media has helped so much in the advancement of businesses and the advancement of humanity. Look at the way we educate ourselves. We have gotten all the information that we wouldn't have been taught in school, like financial literacy, emotional resilience, self-growth, personal development, how to deal with relationship issues, productivity hacks, personal branding tips. Other than that, social media also changes the entire game of news consumption through media transparency. Regardless of where we live in right now, we can get access to world news in just one click, instantly and seamlessly with zero effort. I believe it's a great invention for the human evolution, and it is not really about deleting social media entirely or setting a rule to ourselves that we cannot indulge in any instant gratification activities. Rather, it is about intentional consumption of social media. Start by allocating 1 hour a day onto activities that is aligned with who you want to be. Where you are today versus where you want to be, the gap is actually a knowledge and a resource gap. Consume information from the relevant industry, watch tutorials, gain insights, and educate yourself with the knowledge gap that you do not have. Start connecting with people of the relevant industry that you want to succeed in. As you start gaining more and more information, to tick off all the gaps that you have towards reaching your goal, you start to gain clarity, and this is what brings you momentum and keeps you staying motivated. Imagine if you are constantly at the state of, I don't know how to solve this problem, and you're not actually feeding yourself with useful information to fill up the knowledge gaps or the resource gaps. Eventually, you will feel demotivated towards achieving the goal. Use this 1 hour a day to do your attention shifting. When you continuously do it for 1 week, you will start to realize that you feel a sense of guilt and inner resistance when you engage yourself with cheap dopamine activities, like scrolling mindlessly on social media. Because at this point of time, you have already gained awareness on the time that you are spending and where you are spending it on. You just realize how much time that you're just wasting on something that is not contributing a positive value to your own self. After you have developed that 1 hour attention shifting habit, you start to build substitutes into your daily lives to substitute all the cheap dopamine activities that you are engaging on. Build a daily schedule and a checklist where you list down all the activities that you need to do in order to achieve your goal. Healthy dopamine activities are things like exercising, having new experiences, interacting with new friends, engaging yourself with new activities, changing up your routine sometimes. For example, you can substitute your morning phone consumption time into a daily morning exercise. Because oftentimes when we wake up, we just habitually reach out for our phone and start checking on news or even checking on social media on updates from our friends. And as you scroll and scroll and scroll, you did not realize how much time has gone. Until when you stop scrolling and you realize that 30 minutes have passed. Other times where you tend to scroll your phone, like after work. Use that after work hours to educate yourself. With this substitution method, you will realize that you cut down on cheap dopamine activity consumption and you substitute it with all the positive activities that are leading you closer and closer towards the future self that you are trying to achieve. The attention economy is a reality, and you are the prey. Start treating attention like a currency, and it will empower you to use it intentionally and with purpose. By recognizing the value of attention and using it strategically, you will be able to unlock a lot of benefits, from increased productivity to improved learning outcomes and building more meaningful relationships and gaining a competitive edge for yourself. And this goes far beyond time management. Thank you guys for watching my channel. If you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys next time. Bye!